this light on. This light off. This light off. Nope, that's the wrong one. This light on. And hopefully beat the monster downstairs. Is the bathroom on? It should be on. It usually starts off being on. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Okay, so I think the monster is traveling up right now. Living room, dining room on. Foyer, kitchen off. This is foyer. These lights are on. Kitchen is off, right? Kitchen is off. Cellar's off. And the flooded room. Not this one. You can hear. Flooded room is on. It is on right now, right? It's on now. Okay, well, I didn't even need to go down here then. That's a dingle. That was a dingus thing. That was a dumb thing that I didn't need to do. So I just need to head over to the next area, which is already open for me, which is nice of them to leave it open for me. Waiting room is off, art studio is on. And where's the light switch? It was over here. Nope. And waiting room is off. Ooh. Alright, this is where the beast is. The creature. Oh, is this our apartment? Notes to myself. Package from Francine. She sent it like a week after I moved. I kept meaning to open it. You never opened it? So the monster has been coming from here, I guess? Our apartment? Is the monster us? Are we the homunculus? It's just flashing 12 a.m. Oh yeah, this is our apartment. I can interact with this door. Oh. So she cleaned it. I let it sit for months. And the number's flashing. More sticky notes. They're all from me. In retrospect, these seem kind of excessive. Ah. A pair of scissors. Some blood on the blade, like somebody cut themselves breaking them apart. Oh. Just a note on all my boxes of books. I gotta give you some of these because this is awful reading habit makes moving miserable. It's crazy that I can be doing work and know what's in with 5 miles. You're pattering around doing your thing. Congrats on a real actual book you illustrated, by the way. I know that was always a dream of yours. So proud of you. Look at us, 2 adults with jobs and apartments. Same city. Come check out my dinky little apartment. I want to see your dinky little apartment. I want to see Laura again. I want to go to the museum and movies to get drunk and play pinball. Francine. Growing pile of mail. What a mess. All these sticky notes everywhere. Jeez, really let this place fall apart. You let IKEA attack. There's just nothing in Laura's room. Looks like this meat thing is kind of just taking everything over. It's like wires and meat and stuff. Scratches. Is that thing trapped down here? Bunch of torn up sheets and bandages and paper all torn up and mixed together. Was the killer living here? It's kind of pathetic. I think killer just kept banging at the walls trying to get out. Well, in one of the cutscenes it showed that like we were banging our head against the wall. Emily! Sorry about the mess. I don't think it's this bad in real life. Where'd the killer go? It has to be looking for us, right? Not anymore. It saw the door was open and made a break for it. I don't think it liked being here either. Things are going wild up above. You should see it. Up above? Can't go back up there. You'd rather take your chances out there? Good point. Well, this is looking a bit more normal. It's not a wild, classical haunted house anymore. It's just a house. It's just a normal house with a normal attic. Yeah, after you went down the elevator, I kinda lived and died a few more times and... Jeez, really? Yeah, don't worry about it. Every time I came back, it seemed like the house was changing. It got a little smaller, less colorful, a little sadder, more like I actually remember it. Just take a look around, I guess. Knock yourself out. One box to switch, no light bulb. This is the accumulator, I guess. From before a nest obsession made it a messed up mad science machine. Parker. I'm watching the sunset over the lake as I write this. The garden I told you about has finally begun to pay off. The zucchinis are just beginning to flower. My tomato plants are bearing big misshapen fruit. My basil is coming a bit wimpy this year, but does just fine for light Capri salad on a night like this. I think on the dinky little garden I tried so hard to cultivate in your side yard that summer, where everything I planted was choked out by that single rogue watermelon vine. And how we checked on that wayward little watermelon every day, joked about the seed spitting contest we'd have when it was grown, and of course, those rat bastard squirrels beat us to the punch when we found that hollowed out rind. You were crying, laughing, and I was just plain crying. Such a silly thing. Speaking of silly things, have you heard from the old gang lately? You'll never believe it, but I found myself getting lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure you understand the feeling. It's a joy to live alone, yes, but I find myself missing the sounds of poorly picked guitar in the early morning, the inexplicable clunks of the bowels of the house, the smell of the damp cellar mixed with clove cigarettes, the art projects, the experiments, oh, the conversations we all had sitting on the steps outside, arguing about nothing. Kids sometimes come down to the shore off my property and smell grass. The smell drifts up here and drives me crazy with nostalgia. They believe they're being sly, and I'm happy to let them think so, just so long as I can enjoy their distant laughter and fun. It makes me miss you, and that house, and those people very much. I wonder if we could corral all those old folks back together for some sort of reunion, and exchange of ideas, as we would have called it then. It would be lovely to see some familiar faces again and do, well, whatever it is aging punks do with ourselves now that we're no longer cool or relevant. Not that we ever really were anyway. So enough of my navel-gazing. Are you well? What are you working on? Tinkering with? Is the cat still hanging around your back door? Do you have any books to recommend? Please drop me a line whenever you find the chance. I do so love to pick that strange brain of yours. Warmly, C. Clara, I found these while cleaning, and since I'll be around the post office today, I wanted to take a moment to send them to you. From another time, but somehow I still think of us as these feeble lines and hands that drew them. Parker. This is an old Grubsoft game. Looks scary. So this was the attic as it truly is, with those 3 windows and the moon in them. So I guess we just flipped the switch in the accumulator? Wait, that's the accumulator? It looks like a closet. Yep. Here, it's just a totally normal, creepy old pseudoscience box. Jeez. Why not give it a try, I guess? It worked last time. What happened to the others after I left? The other kids? They all disappeared. Not long after you went to the elevator, they were just gone. And then the elevator came back up and the killer got in and went after you. That's when the house started to change. What happened to this place? I have no idea. I mean, I guess I have some idea. You saw it. It was falling apart. Feels like it shed the layer we had put on it, like it turned back into the nest house that it actually was. Without all the emotional burden we had put on it. Exactly, I guess. By the way, what was the deal with those fleshy little creatures? The little jiggly things in Nest's house? I thought they were kind of cute. Same, I guess. We're little walking kidneys. Wait, no. Now that I put it that way, I hate them. They sort of remind me of the killer. Bipedal flesh lumps kind of going through motions of human behavior. But like baby, almost like the killer had more reference material to pull from. There was this time where one had gotten injured and was dragging itself towards me, whimpering and stuff. It started nuzzling against my leg like it wanted me to pet it, so I did, until it died. I think that might have messed me up more than some of the times I watched you guys die. Ugh. What did its skin feel like? Like wet velvet. What do you think happened to Nest? In my heart of hearts, I think I'm kind of charmed by him in spite of everything. I want to hope he's gotten older and wiser somehow. There's a letter over there from Clara. The tone is like she's a little older and wiser herself. Sounds like Ness got back in touch with her at some point. She's not replying like he's a pretty obnoxious jerk, so I guess he did something right. That's pretty heartening. Clara seems genuinely interesting and sweet. I feel really attached to this idea of her. This might just be Nest's idea of her. Speaking of Nest's ideas, did you read his doofy sci-fi? Oh yeah, very bad. I can see the pamphlet now. Are you at risk of becoming a baby man? See anything interesting in the sky? No, you don't. Go inside. The drawing on it is of like an old cigarette ad looking guy with the lightning shooting out of his eyes like old prog rock album color. And the drawing is bad. And the drawing is really bad. I miss you. I missed you too, dummy. Even if he only had a little time left, I hope that after all this he figured out how to stop being a shut-in. I hope that after all this I figure out how to stop being a shut-in. You're never told to have not figured any fucking thing out, I guess. I always thought you had it more figured out than me. Well, I'm glad the elaborate ruse of my entire personality worked. Who would have guessed this whole place was made out of meat? Definitely not me. Do you think this place has been making us out of the same stuff? Don't. No, I refuse to entertain this possibility. What do you think happened to the other kids after they disappeared? I guess the same thing that's gonna happen to us. Yikes. Did we ever end up working our shit out? I don't know. Maybe. I like the thought of it. Me too. Did you ever hash things out with Laura? I don't remember. I hope she found a better roommate at least. Do you remember anything that happened after this? I don't. I don't even know what year it is. I'm ready to go. I am too. Please. It's good seeing you. Just, no it wasn't. Okay. So if we're gonna say that this was sort of like it was Emily and Francine maybe having something of a connection going on between the two of them. And they're both having like similar mental issues, but like unable to like really deal with that. So maybe Emily has actually literally been stuck inside of her house for like a year or several months and is trying really, really hard to get out. And this was her struggle against herself to get out, to be released. Maybe the killer was something that she had mentally created as like, I hate myself so much for getting myself stuck in here and being scared of my friends dying. And it was trying to make her just get out. I don't know. I mean, it was stuck in her room forever, and then finally she opened the door and it ran out. I don't really know. It's really confusing. It's like a reality inside of a reality, and maybe something started to exist because it was really believed in that it existed. I don't really know. It's really confusing. But, I liked it. The puzzles were very interesting. Even if I'm not really good at understanding the philosophical stuff. Okay. Is there anything after? Nope. Nope. This is it. This is all of it. It's homebody. The term homebody is for someone who doesn't leave their house very much, and I guess that would be Emily feeling trapped inside of her own house. And maybe she just kind of went back to the time where she had friends and all of her friends were here. And she just watched all of them die in front of her, unable to be able to do anything about it. Or I don't think they're dead anyway. I think they're actually alive in real life, but this was where her mind trapped her. And when she escaped from this, she just managed to escape in real life. At least that's what I'm choosing to believe. I don't want to think that there's another version of a time loop out there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I hope you'll join me on whatever is the next play. Bye-bye.